Twitchy. And he's got the Rona. Coming at you live with the Rona. Good evening, everyone. Welcome. Toy Division live Wednesday night.
You got the Rona.
What is wrong with you guys?
I literally just inhaled, like, you know, when you get a fizzy drink, the fizz around it. I just inhaled Iron Brew mist.
This is a strong mist to inhale as well.
You've been normal for the last 10 minutes, and then all of a sudden, as soon as we've gone live, you've deteriorated massively.
I didn't have a drink. I didn't have a drink for 10 minutes. All over it.
Hello, welcome, guys. How is everyone doing this fine Wednesday evening?
Yeah.
I hope you all did well at the boot fairs or the toy fairs or whatever you got up to at the weekend.
You guys did good on Monday. There was no hope of me getting there Monday.
Yeah, you say we did good on Monday, but it was all from that lady.
Yeah, you said, but yeah.
So it was like, if she wasn't there.
I don't get me wrong, I don't feel bad for not driving the 45 minutes to get there. I feel pretty good with my decision, but yeah, you guys did right.
Well, I was happy enough with what I got from Bo, but everything I got was, do you know what I mean? It was like Aaron says, it was if you'd have come down, you would have been disappointed.
That would have wasted my time,
yeah. But literally, if it wasn't for that lady, all I've walked away with was like a little G1 Bumblebee and the rucksack from Bo.
Which the Bumblebee, Aaron did get some serious rummaging for, to be fair.
That was
rummaged hard.
Although I wish I picked up that. We saw there was another Transformer on the actual table, and we were like, "Is that G1?" But it looks far too clean and like.
I think not, mate. It was too chunky. You know, it's just like big chunky connect. It looked new to me, I think, mate.
Yeah.
And then in the little box of cars, that Bumblebee was in there. So yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, Pete, Smugglers, Altende, Ricey. Let's give everyone a little hello.
Ricey,
Zilla, Kez, Buxy's Toy Box.
Hey.
Is that
Ben?
I still find it weird people watch this.
It is weird. It is weird. You guys are weird. Shame on you for watching.
I don't think I'll ever get used to. I don't know. It's bizarre.
I can't believe people.
Don't get me wrong. Thanks for hanging out with us. It's just still weird.
I can't believe people come back.
We're seeing Ben on Saturday, which I'm looking forward to.
Kieran, yeah, you're going on a little boys road trip.
Yeah.
Big Yara, how you doing?
A little toy trip.
Little toy trip. Ollie, how's it going?
If you guys don't, I need to remind myself what it's called now, which is a bit annoying because where
we're going?
No.
Badger Toys, how you doing? Taff, Tony, Kieran, how you all doing, everyone?
So Ollie, his Instagram page is I made this, but EYE_made_this. Recommend everyone goes and follows that. He is a master animator and in like a style that I love, being sort of say old school, but like claymation. So think Morph, Wallace and Gromit vibe, but obviously not necessarily as PG as that sort of stuff. But yeah, I made this EYE. Go and follow it. It's good stuff. It's great stuff.
I think I do. No, I'm not in. I'm in a new location because I'm still in my flat, sadly. But I brought the charger. I needed to use a smaller charger, so I had to like a smaller wire. So I've had to move into a small corner near a plug.
What a boring story! You couldn't have made something better up.
What could I have made up? I don't know.
Front room is on fire. He put it all out. Half the toys are melted, so now he's cotched in a side room. I don't know, mate. Come on.
All right.
Yeah. Claire's finally got rid of me.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm sleeping on Viking Andy's couch.
In a minute, the background's going to go and disappear, and it's like Andy just in his car. This is where I live now.
One of the little Zoom things.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah.
He's on the naughty step. Dave, how you doing?
Dave.
Brad, Little Warrior Foundations. How's it going?
I almost called him Little Brad then. I was conflating the two names. Little Brad.
Crims, are you mental?
What?
You don't look like Chris Hemsworth. That's what Andy is.
What?
I think that's the joke.
More like him in drag, maybe.
Him in drag.
Chris Hemsworth in drag.
Brother Retro, how's it going? How's it going? How's it going? Colin, how you doing?
Hey, dude. Oh, he's on a tear up.
What you bidding on at 9:20? I'm sure no one else will jump on that.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, he probably won't want to mention it.
I'm joking. Yeah. Don't mention it. Win it, whatever it is. Win it, and then let us know. But yeah, happy bidding. Happy eBay toy hunting. Yes, it's Ben.
Yes.
Richard, how you doing?
Sam, I don't think has watched one of these ever. He's too busy gaming.
Westbrook, he doesn't like us, really.
Yeah.
Well, and
he can't defend himself.
He can't defend himself.
Can't kick us in the shins.
It could be that maybe the pneumatic up and down has failed on his gaming chair, and he's permanently down, so he can't reach.
Maybe.
Chicago
Toy Show.
Chicago Toy Fair show next Sunday. That will be good. That's the one Ed's going to.
Is Ed going to it? He's over in Chicago.
Yeah, Ed's going to it. I think
a lot Tom and Ken are going as well. I could be wrong, but I think they're going.
I'm sure Dave Welltoy said he's going, but I don't know if he meant.
I think he's going to the later one in the year,
or the October one.
I think so. Again, I could be wrong. I'm just speaking for people, but who knows?
Yeah, no, nice. I'm going to be looking forward to watching all the videos coming out.
Yeah.
What's your
Casey Jones? How's it going?
Casey Jones.
How is it going? Remy, great to see you as well, mate. Thank you for the little hookup. I will show that off later on.
I've got some bits as well from your good self. So yeah.
I thought I heard his voice in your video, and I was like, I don't remember seeing him on the Sunday, and he didn't say Saturday. So, yeah.
That was the Monday one, yeah.
Monday.
He was waiting for you not to be there.
That's perfectly acceptable.
I knew I can get away with filming his table and not. So it's just content.
Yeah, we're going to get kicked out of the boot fair.
Yeah. And also, I knew there wouldn't be like some weird half the time when I look back at stuff on like footage and some of the conversations people are having, you don't notice it there and then because you're just like bang, bang, bang. And you're like, oh my god.
If there's anyone
do listen to it back because God knows what we talk about early in the morning.
There's a lot of stuff that gets cut out.
I don't think there's anyone particularly new in the chat, but if there's anyone new in the chat, just to update everyone. I mean, you can ask me where we go car booting, but I'm not going to tell you. Just putting it out there because I've had like 4 people message me in the last week, being like, "Oh, what car boots you go to?" And I'm just not going to tell you. It's as simple as that.
I've had a few people, but the thing is though, I've always find it's all great and fun now, but after about a month, it just goes back to being like just the odd pickups. Like it's always like the first couple of months it starts like you get all the good stuff, and then after that you just get like
I
don't know. We found the Bad Eggs bunch at one of the last boot fairs we did last season, I think.
Yeah,
I think what you're both saying is accurate. It's not consistent. It's not week in, week out. It's pure gold. You got to really persevere with it to get some good stuff.
To get the stuff. There's no guarantee you're gonna have good times every time.
I will go into more detail about like the stuff that I found because, like I said earlier on, if that one woman didn't come back on the Monday, then I'd have had 2 things, and there was a massive stroke of luck with that on the Monday as well, which I will mention about in a second. But oh dear, I actually feel sorry for you.
That's the one we know and love, not this imposter. What's this guy?
Yeah, we like Aaron to look like a baby mole rat.
It's taken me 31 years to grow this bit of fuzz. Don't take it. It's mad. Like hair on the head, just do you know what I mean? Absolutely.
All of it.
No problem growing that.
I got my hair cut at the weekend, and I've trimmed it so it's shorter. But I've also got a Seth Rollins bad WWE style undercut, which I'm quite pleased with because it's
But you can't really see it when you wear your hair down, you know.
No, that's the point. It's just less hair. It's just less Bleh.
Okay.
Yeah.
I might try that.
Casey Jones, I call that a period of time the shed days because I used to do it in my shed.
What's
So
undercut
that's
it? Oh,
No.
sorry. Right. Yeah.
I used to have a skin fade. Like Vic used to do like a killer skin fade on the side.
Yeah, but not. No, I'm saying with long hair. You're not.
No.
You, don't talk to me about new metal unless you've had an undercut. That's what I'm saying. You've got to have an undercut, and it's got to be bad, and then you've got to do tram lines in one side, then you've got to regret your life. That's how it is.
You said it, not us.
Well, I was there. I was there, man. with my giant jeans, keychains, getting caught. If you haven't lived until you've sat down on an old school red train metal bench with a keychain and got stuck in it and tried to get up, and I didn't want to get that train anyway. As you try and unjam yourself from there.
I mean, the new metal looks coming back. The amount of kids I see these days, like the amount of like young people.
You're wrong. It never left, mate. It was always there. It was always in there.
It's like you go out now and you feel like you're like watching a real life episode of Clueless or like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Like, it's like what people are wearing. It's like, and funny enough, I
never left.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of which, I got quite the pickup, as you guys know, because you were there on Sunday.
Looking forward to you showing it off in a bit.
Hope you've given it a Febreze at least.
I gave it a waft. Hey Neil.
What's up, Neil? How you doing? Manners Mucky, mate. Good to see you back in the chat. Hope you're well.
Is that like no? It's downstairs in the front room, in between Greta and I say the brain. That's just what I'm sure that gremlin is called the brain. And all my glasses and the roll and the turtleneck.
I think he is.
I think he is too. I'm just going to keep with it. So yeah, he's in between there, giving it the big one.
October, nice one.
Gives me time to save up and give you loads of money to buy me stuff.
Yeah.
Dan Aaron won't tell you. There's no point asking Andy because he hasn't got a clue. No, Andy doesn't.
It's very true.
I don't know. I think Andy's the most awake because he's been up the longest and has had the most amount of caffeine by that point.
But I never know, like when we go out and like videos, when we go to like toy shows and stuff, I was like, where are we?
Yeah, what are we doing?
I just get in the car and they take me. I'm basically kidnapped.
Yeah.
Can't be as bad as kidnapping Martin to the NEC.
That was literally kidnapped, but yeah. That's a
story for another time. Oh, we've probably actually said it on here before. Ed, how you doing, mate? Well done on P's video. You made it look amazing. Yeah,
you're not practicing tonight, mate. Yes, wicked video at P's, wicked collection. Camera work is a bit dodgy, but you can't have everything, can you? That's really good. It's really good. Good all round. Great video. Great guys. Good filming. Good editing. It's good. It's a good video. And it's absolutely smashing it. It's got several thousand views already. So there you go.
One of Ed's comments was like, less of the people, more of the toys. And I was just like, my life of a cameraman has just gone crashing down. Just like, oh.
I was going to say, was that the one moment that Aaron was brought in to explain the Power Rangers? Less people, mate. Less people, more toys.
More relevant toys.
More relevant toys, yeah.
Like, I didn't care about Power Rangers to begin with, let alone not caring that there's variants of the stuff. Get out! I don't want anything more to do with it.
Can I say potential variants? Because to have a look would have been to destroy the entire display. But yeah, all good stuff.
The one thing, like, it gives me nightmares thinking that there's probably moments where P has knocked stuff down, and it is because we've all done it. We've all been there when we've knocked stuff down. But I don't know why. P's one feels like it will be hurt more.
The ting ting tang of things falling down the back of a Detolf.
That's not good.
No.
I had to move my Detolf today for the decorating. I did actually, a couple did fall down. It's quite fun.
I'm not surprised. You've got a lot of stuff standing in that Detolf.
I was impressed I managed to move it all without taking one thing out, though.
Yeah.
Granted, 3 things fell down, but you know.
I was impressive that you moved it.
It was.
And survived. Right. Today's episode, podcast, stream, is going to be a Q&A session. But before we do that, we will show some toys. Because I know Mr. Dave Wild Toys is getting very agitated that it's been 14 minutes and there's been no toys being showed.
At some point, Dave, you're going to have to accept we're going to run out of toys. So it's going to run out of toys.
So
not today, though.
Does anyone want to go first? Or I don't mind.
Go first,
and he's gone. And he just walked.
I was finishing this.
First.
I'll go first quickly. I was finishing this just before we were on the stream. I forgot to show you a picture. Dan picked this up for me. I think it was last weekend or the weekend before. But the Mr. T puzzle.
Oh yes, he did, didn't
Oh
he?
look, and there's Santa on my door. I forgot I haven't taken him down. Whoops. But yeah, so the Mr. T puzzle, which it is actually all complete. I've literally just did it this evening.
It's all there. It's all there, is it? It did say complete, so I was hoping it was.
Well, it does say it on there, but I was like, I wonder.
Well, it was from some trusted people that we get stuff off at the booty, so I knew it would be.
I want to thank Mr. Ashley Ruffle, whoever he is.
Yeah. Or she.
Very good point. Yes, or she. So it was literally just that, and then from Grant, nice shiny new Tiger, which it's such a nice condition.
That is nice.
So he's going to upgrade my one. I'm pretty sure mine is a lot worse, but I can't remember, and I don't know where I've put him. But when I find him and I switch him out, one will be for sale.
Very nice.
That was it.
Well done.
I think.
Well done.
I had something turn up in the post, but it hasn't arrived, which is kind of annoying.
What about the other gift I gave you? Oh, it's fine.
Oh, it's in the cabinet. Hang on.
Don't worry about it, mate. It's fine. It just doesn't.
No. Wait there.
No. Oh, geez, I am honestly only joking.
But while he's off, Grant, I apologise because you gave me a gift and I actually left it at my mum and dad's, so I can't show that off.
Thank you very much for. Actually, what I might do, I'll leave her here with the light charging, and before we go, I'll show you how bright it goes. She glows like a banshee. It's wicked.
That is cool. Is it meant to be the black?
Yeah, the mouth sides are meant to be black, and then something is rubbed on here. I was meant to try and clean it off, but in true Andy fashion, I forgot and just put it in the cabinet, and that was it. Patina, cool. I like it.
It looks cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we'll leave her next to the light and see how bright she gets before the end of the evening. Let's put her up.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
You want me to go, or are you going to go home?
No, I'll go. We'll mix it up.
All right.
We'll mix it up. I'll go next. Right. So I saw Dana in the chat. I said hello to him. But so my first pickups are going to be from when me and Ed went to his store. So as you saw in the video, got a awesome Street Sharks video.
So lovely.
And it is
it's actually in there. It's not a Debbie Does Dallas Volume 5 or something.
Yeah, you know, right? Although Vice Busters is tempting me to go back. Maybe we can do like a live stream of just watching that. But yeah, so happy to get that. It was a £3, so I can't go wrong with that.
It's pretty cool.
He had some other ones. He had like Visionaries on VHS and Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons, that's what. Yeah. So
yeah, it was cool. I always look when we go to the car boot sales and we do see people with VHSs. I always look through them to find like ones of like cartoony IPs and stuff like that. But no, mostly they're just like
films,
standard films and Disney films. Mostly of them Disney films, aren't they?
If we ever come across those sorts of cartoons, it's almost always Action Force. It's weird. There's hundreds of Action Force VHSs.
Sorry, did I show this last week? I can't remember. I've just totally forgot. Someone sent me this.
Once again, Andy has not done his homework and has forgotten who sent it to him, but that is an absolutely brilliant display.
Look at that.
How good is that?
Clear thing. And if anyone saw the post I did about it, I managed to leave it in the front room for probably about 2 hours before I got asked, what the hell is that? So it lasted a long time. I can't. Retro City? No. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm pretty sure you watched this as well. I'm so sorry. Chris.
John.
But I
Big
don't know
John
what
sent
the Instagram name is. I'm so sorry.
Either way, it's brilliant. It's like the perfect way of displaying it.
Pretty sure Glenn sent it to you.
Glenn? No, I'm pretty sure his name's Chris.
It's wicked.
I don't know. Oh man.
And that's the piece that Ed very kindly brought you over from Belgium, isn't it? So it's
some guy from another country brought that to me. I can't remember his name either, but yeah.
Fred.
He's got a thing on YouTube.
Jed,
yeah.
Anyway, sorry. Andy's homework strikes again. There we go.
Back to that guy.
Back to Aaron. So yes, VHS.
Yes, so that was cool.
Sorry.
And so you'll probably see it when I get round to sorting out the Ian's video from the vintage toy monster, but managed to find this in Dane's store, which will make a lot more sense to Andy and Dan. So that is the police Ultra Force police car from the RoboCop line.
RoboCop.
It is missing the gun and the side bits, but I'm not too bothered. It's just a kind of a cool toy, and Dana, because he's a legend, threw in the police lady. She's actually got a belt as well. So
one that gets murdered in the first 4 seconds of RoboCop 3.
So there we go.
I haven't seen it. Thanks.
Well, you've had 20-something years to watch it.
Yeah.
I've only just started working my way through the RoboCop films.
Have you?
Okay. I'm on the one where he's in a black suit.
The third worst one.
That's the most brand newest one, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, I thought it was RoboCop 1.
RoboCop is quite.
I'm joking. I'm just trying to wind you up. I'm joking.
RoboCop is the superior RoboCop. But if they were going to remake a RoboCop with modern CGI, I really wish they'd remake RoboCop 2, because I think RoboCop 2 is excellent. I think it's a really good film. RoboCop 3 is trash, and the remake is whatever. But RoboCop 2 is a banger. In the comments, tell me that Kane in RoboCop 2 is not a superior bad guy.
The kid.
The kid's irritating enough. I'm talking about Kane, as in the kid's boss who gets turned into another mech.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, Aaron.
The RoboCop car should come with a melted guy.
What, splattered across the front? Like imagine you get one. It's like a windscreen, an interchangeable windscreen, but it's just a splattered.
That would be quite cool. That would be quite cool. So,
Retro Shed 85. Retro Shed 85.
Retro Shed. Please say it's Chris. I'm pretty sure it's Chris. Retro Shed.
Jeez.
That's what I thought, but his picture on Instagram is different to the black and yellow wolf tiger. Oh crap! I'm just going to stop talking.
Anyway, I'll buy that for $1.
Thank you.
I'm turning to Bobby 80s because fucking Power Ranger kids clothing from back in the 90s.
He's gone full merch.
Please try and wear that for the next boot fair.
I mean, that would be a belly top and a half, wouldn't it? On any of us.
Oh god, I don't think I'll get an arm for it. It doesn't actually say where it came from. I don't know if it was a Woolies t-shirt or something.
It's one size fits most. You're all right. You're most. You'll get in there.
Oh, yeah. One size fits most. One size fits nobody.
Yeah. She was just like, "I've got this stuff. Do you want it?" And I was like, "Yeah, why not?"
So that's going to be, guys, behind the scenes exclusive OnlyFans content of Aaron squeezed into a child's. I mean, it's niche, but someone's going to be into it.
The thing is, though, I think that's the sort of content that will get my laptop checked. So,
yeah, get your laptop check.
Yeah, never be allowed back to a car boot again, let alone to a theme park or anything
again.
Like that.
Get kicked out of another car boot.
Bo, thank you very much for sorting this out for me. This was an awesome find.
That is excellent.
Extreme Dinosaurs backpack from back in the day.
Again, for a child, but okay.
Yeah.
So you put that t-shirt on and that, you're golden around Disneyland when you go with Vic.
Or you're on a watch list around Disneyland when you go.
Oh, where's he gone?
Just the thought of it. Anyway, yeah, pretty cool. 1998, actually. So, Extreme Dinosaurs came out a lot later than I thought they did. This bag has got 1998 on it.
It could be the tail end of Extreme Dinosaurs.
Yeah, I thought it was a bit. I thought it was a bit earlier.
I don't know. I'd place it like 95, but I could be completely out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a look while you keep talking.
So yeah, and I thought I'd show this off because I've never found any of this stuff at the car boot before, so I thought it was pretty cool. And obviously, off that lady was Ghostbusters, like
the proton pack and
the proton pack. Like, I found figures and stuff before, but
does the trap still work?
No.
Has he got the foot pump bit?
Yeah,
pumps.
Yeah, you do that, and then the lid's meant to open up.
Yeah, so I mean,
must be a hole somewhere.
There
should be a little ghost in there.
No, the guy I did sort of rattle it around, and I had a look for the ghost, and that was obviously long gone. But yeah, cool with that. Again, the Proton pack, it's got its straps, but it's obviously missing the connector and the stuff. But it's, you know, to find this sort of stuff at a car boot sale is still pretty cool. The fact that it's still in people's lofts.
Aaron, the series was 97, based on the 96 toy line from Mattel, Extreme Dinosaurs.
Yes, because they actually turned up in Street Sharks first.
There you go.
That's probably why, I think. And this, one of the guns is obviously like broken and stuff, but
would you call it a wand? Is that what they're called? Ghostbuster wands?
Gun? Yeah.
I think
is this the actual? Yeah. But is this the one that went with the Proton pack? Because the other one I've got, I'm pretty sure it doesn't have the button to make this noise. But
I'm pretty sure they did.
And then the thing span round at the top, didn't it? Had like a ball.
Well, yeah, that the figures used to spin round, but that used to just come with like a foam.
I thought the foam thing moved. Yeah. It's been so long since I mucked around.
Maybe it did. I don't know.
Probably not.
But yeah, so
you'll get a $5 for it somewhere.
Yeah. Makes someone happy. That's all. I'm not going to show every single bit off, but yeah, got very, very, very lucky with the lady. So we went on the Sunday and was walking down the first aisle and bumped into Pete, who's in the chat, and Pete goes, "Someone's already got in front of you to the Power Ranger stuff," and it was like, "Oh, great, you know, typical." Looked up and there's Andy picking it all up. So gave him a little hug and think I freaked a few people out because I just walked straight up to Andy and just hugged him.
Gave him a hug with your shoulder. Get out the way. Oh, it's you.
But yeah, so I appreciate that, Andy. Thank you for sorting that out for me. And then she did say we weren't going to come back on Monday. We weren't going to do the Monday boot fair. But she then goes, "Oh, I'm coming back tomorrow." And it was like, "Oh no, like, am I getting up for this? Am I putting my faith in this lady turning up?" And she said she was going to come back, so went with it. So we got up, went there. I decided to park in the other car park because the queue was big to get into the second car park. So I went that side of it, walked through, and I thought I'm running late. She was in the first row. She's probably already there. Any good stuff's probably already gone. I literally walked out the car park, and she was just pulled up and got out of her car right in front of me.
So you raided a boot like one of them boot bastards.
So I went straight into the boot.
I particularly enjoyed it when she pulled something out, snapped it in her hands, and went, "That'll need gluing," and gave it to Andy. I gave it to Aaron. I was like,
"What was that?"
just a bit of a Power Ranger.
It was, you know, the red gun that turns into a dagger.
Yeah.
She pulled it out and goes, "Oh, it's a little bit broken," and then just like obviously it was broken, but she just made sure it was properly broken.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, cheers."
Yeah, thanks very much. It was good.
But, yeah. So but yeah, it was really nice, and she was just like getting the bags out and goes, "Oh, there's another bag full of toys here. You can go through that one, go through this one, go through that one." So
if you were into modern action, man, that would have been a gold mine.
Oh yeah, she had loads of them modern. But the thing is, though,
on Sunday as well.
Yeah, but the thing was, though, in her little packs of like all the little boxes of Action Man was what you had to go through because there was all accessories and bits for other toy lines inside. So it was like a bit of a slog, but it was good. It was good. So yeah. There's Grant. There's the man there. Hello,
there
mate.
he is.
He did. We met Grant as well on the Monday, and he went off to another car boot close by. I just didn't have the energy to do, and he cleaned up there. So congratulations on that, dude.
Some good stuff.
And then hello to the family because apparently they all sit there and watch it. It's their Wednesday night tradition now.
Well, Grant is one of the legit reasons. Sometimes we fail, or I fail anyway, and I apologise. But we started off this thing like I swear an awful lot in real life, and we started doing this and said let's not swear because for lots of reasons, but mainly because it just causes problems with YouTube. But then we found out that legitimate kids watch it and enjoy it. So we and Grant was one of the first people to say, "Oh, his kids watch it," and it's like, "Oh, well, let's endeavour not to swear then as much as possible."
That's why I don't say it a lot.
That's why if Annie's drinking,
no,
not today.
Right is worse than me. Then that Welsh guy, Jesus.
Well,
And
Rye's
Johnny as
bad.
well. Must be a
Johnny's
Welsh thing.
terrible. Fistful of Collectibles. Vic's bad. Yeah, you got to watch him. Got to watch him.
Yeah, 97.
97.
And
Yeah.
hello, Dark Larkin. Baz, how you doing,
Hey,
mate?
Baz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kane's Badass from Robocop 2. Yeah. I actually, the little toy that they've made of it
It is cool.
It was a cool toy.
I'd like them to do like a proper one. Do you know what I mean? Like they made 1,700 different RoboCops for NECA over the last 10 years.
Yeah.
But not one. I don't believe. Hopefully, maybe I'm wrong. I've not seen it, but not one really good came with like imagine if they made one Pacific Rim style. I think that'd be really cool.
Definitely. You come down to Exeter Car Boot. There's no retro toy shops here, so every week the car boot is jam packed. Oh, there you go.
I do love Exeter as well. So I did my skydive in Exeter back in the day. Big fan.
Very nice. Very nice.
That's how we could get to the boot fair, maybe just sort of jump out and be like,
yeah,
toys.
I used to play the Exeter Caverns. I don't even know if it's still there, but yeah.
I heard this. Right. Granada Studios theme park near Manchester had a Robocop ride.
That's pretty cool. Was it good or was it trouble? No one enjoyed that. That's fine. Right, can I sell my toys because we've got questions to get through?
Well, it's your move, creep. So you go.
I did buy this for $1 or £1.
This is why I drink.
This is why I drink.
What I drink.
Right. So not from a car boot. No one cares. I don't care. I'm persevering with it. This is not toy related. This is music related. This is the new These Arms Are Snakes rarities and B-sides record. And if you like These Arms Are Snakes, then we can still be friends. If you haven't heard of them, that's okay. But These Arms Are Snakes. Yeah.
Is it a banger?
Well, I don't know yet. I mean, it will be. I'm not listening to it. I only got it the other day, and it's going to be on my 5:30 a.m. drive tomorrow morning. So yes, These Arms Are Snakes, one of the best bands no one really cares about. What did I get from the car boots? Right, okay, I'm not doing this any order. So from Bo, thank you very much. Yeah, boy, it's the reissue one, but you know how I like these. Andy got me one of these as a present. I love it. I can't army build purple eye ghosts, can I?
Yeah, you can.
So thanks for that. That's wicked. Love them. And also from the same gent. Now these are early learning centers. We did some digging, and I just think they're great.
They are very cool.
I'm going to keep this. I'm going to keep this one myself because he's a fat crocodile like me.
It is wicked.
This one's going to Andy for obvious reasons.
Because I'm a snake. Cheers, thanks.
Because he's a snake,
I'm
man.
Snake.
This one's going to Aaron because I think he'll like it.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Yeah,
it's like he's throwing a mad ball.
Yeah. He's throwing like a big raspberry thing. It's cool. And then this one's going to Rye because he looks Welsh to me.
Yeah,
I can see it.
You see that? You see what I'm saying? There we go. That's cool. I got this. This is like kind of tat, but another toy guy that we know, a lovely gentleman, said, "Do I know what it is?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And I bought it off him there and then because it kind of fits in with the stuff that me and Hannah collect. It's a weird Big Daddy from BioShock, but it's not like a neck. I mean, it's literally made in China. It's like a poly resin, and the arm had snapped off, so I've glued that back on. It's missing a bit of his drill, so I might have to paint over that. But it's just like a weird poly resin.
Do you reckon it was for a fish tank or something?
It's possible. I honestly don't know. I've done like literally no research into it. I mean, it's just something that's. I mean, yeah, possibly. It's too well made to be like someone made it at home, but it's not even closely well made enough.
To be branded.
Planet Protectors. Thanks, Benny boy. Planet Protectors. That's what those early learning center guys are called, as we found out.
Just as quick as Benny Boy found out.
It took me a minute.
We were on it. No.
From myself, well, Himesh's normal hookup, but me and Himesh did a bit of digging with regards to some wrestling bits and pieces, and I got some New Day stuff. So I'm turning my Mattel retro New Days. I've got some unicorn horns. I know one's a different color, but I have a plan. Don't worry. Not that you're worried, but So I'm doing a little trade.
Now I've noticed it. I didn't notice that on Sunday, but now I am worried.
So Himesh has got all gold, but he had 2 gold and 1 pale. So I bought another gold one. So he's now got 3 gold, and he's going to give me his pale one. So I didn't really need to explain that. Just trust me, it's in hand. And then a little trombone for Xavier Woods. So there we go. Now we ran into our good friend Pete, who's in the chat, who had a nice little score himself. If you watch his Insta lives, you'll see he picked up some nice little bits. But stuffed inside one of those bits was another little baby boglin.
Nice! I didn't know.
Very nice.
To add to the army of baby boglins that I currently have. So Pete was very, very kind and did me a super good toy friend deal, and I appreciate it. And he's going to go in.
Their faces are cute, to be fair.
They're wicked, man. They're so good. I've got way too many.
Cool.
It's ridiculous.
They are cool.
From our friend Grant. I don't even know why I bought this. I don't think anyone knows even like what the purpose of this figure is, but it's just so ridiculous.
You've got to make it a custom, I reckon.
That's just the hair. Look at this.
It's the white version of the kid from Hey Arnold.
Yeah. Or is it pre-Royd Guile? I think it looks like a paintbrush, but I believe it's Professor X's son in one of the either cartoons or comics. But I just liked it. I just liked the hair. The hair made me laugh. It reminds me of, again, no one cares. There's a cartoon I love called Super Jail, and there's a character in it called Jackknife, and he just looks like Jackknife, like it. Oh, yeah. But to sweeten the deal, which was already very sweet, thank you, Grant, I demanded that he gave me something for free, and he did. And it's a very small, insanely heavy die-cast Wilson Fisk, a.k.a. the Kingpin.
Well, looks like it's come out of the animated Spider-Man.
It's the same figure in it as the standard one, but like it's like. Yeah,
it's like D'Agostini or whatever. Like if they did like the comics,
maybe it may well be.
Like it could be one of them.
I just like it. The size of the head compared to the body at this scale amuses me. So there we go. And then so the other thing that
there you go.
We were going to do a.
There
we go. Thank you very much. Kieran knows.
Oh yeah, we were going to do a couples challenge.
We were going to do a couples challenge, but Aaron's left the hat. We're going to buy the worst hat, the best worst hat. And this is what me and Andy came up with.
I could go get the hat, but
and this was a gift from Grant.
Where have you left it?
It's in the bag in the hallway.
In the bin. Right. So you just left it on your dashboard. Of the
I don't think we're doing this. It kind of we mentioned it. I went and bought this hat, and then nothing ever got mentioned of it. It was only till Dan said.
Well, I guess that means Andy, we're the winners.
I think so.
Of the inaugural hat challenge.
You're fit to grab it.
I mean, I don't know if he should get it. I feel like it'll get us kicked off YouTube. No. Genuinely, I don't approve of him buying this. Genuinely, it disgusts me. But I think
I would have tried. If we weren't doing the challenge, he wouldn't have bought it.
No, well,
or would he?
Badges, you know it. Looks like kid and play. So, Aaron, you got it? You got your hat? Oh,
here's something you don't see all the time. Check out Screaming Goat.
That's excellent.
Why do we have one of them? I've just found it. I don't know.
That's excellent. If you want to get rid of that, mate.
So we this challenge is down to the fact that it was like the worst hat challenge, yeah?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
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 So this is my hat challenge.
I literally vote for you because that is the worst possible hat you could ever own.
The fact that someone was selling again, there's people out there that support all that sort of stuff, whatever.
Yeah,
in America.
Scumbags.
I get it.
Idiots.
But for someone in a car boot in the UK to be selling one of these.
Well, not just one. He had a few.
Yeah, about to say he had more than one.
Yeah.
So there you go. That is my the worst hat challenge.
I think me and Andy got the best worst hat. I think Aaron got the worst hat. So I don't know. Make of that we will. We'll call it a draw. But the last thing I got, guys, I think we'll agree.
Boobs.
All I'm going to say is, come fireworks night, keep them sparklers away from me, because look at this bad boy.
Mate, anywhere you go, keep away from the light. I think even the sun, you might go.
Look
up.
at that! I've got to stand back here to get the full
This
effect.
deserves to go big.
Look at that,
Oh, mate, it fits perfect.
mate.
Mate,
It fits
5
just-
years ago.
Look at that. Oh, I'm rocking up. That's a jacket, right?
You oddly look like Weird Al Yankovic now.
Weird Al Yankovic.
Is that his name? Weird.
That is a name of someone famous. I don't think I look like Weird Al Yankovic. But...
Just in the
And there
jacket, man.
There was talks of me like with my hat and child's t-shirt wear, and you pulled that out.
This is
Mate, that's better than that with the
Mate.
t-shirt.
mate. Chat, help me out here. This is better than a child's outfit, surely.
Definitely.
I'm
It's
just
like-
saying
it's
that it's like what you look like wearing it.
It's like if Pat Sharp was sick, and out of that sick came a magic eye. That's what this looks like.
Oh, someone's.
That needs to be your toy hunting jacket now.
Well, maybe it
You
will
got-
be. Maybe you know what? I'll wear it on.
Wear it
I'll
on
wear it on
Saturday.
Saturday. Yeah.
People see us a mile off and be like, "Hide your kids."
Well, they'll know. They'll know what time it is, and that time is 1993.
Now then.
Dangle,
Where we going to
dangle. No, we can't.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Right. Okay. There was that. There you go.
It's actually, I just remember, I need to check the tracking on something because I bought something a long time. I'm sure I bought it ages ago. Anyone know how long stuff takes to get from Europe now?
Oh, depends. Depends whether it gets jammed up at customs or not.
Head lice was added bonus points.
Listen, I got this came.
Yeah, you notice I didn't put any of those hats on.
This came from Grant, so it doesn't need anything. Needs wearing.
Why do you think he's got no hair?
Yeah.
Every week, Chloe's got to shave it off.
I want that goat, Andy. That goat's excellent.
Make
it make the noise again. Make him make the noise again.
I got it for Claire for one of her birthdays, just because.
That's absolutely brilliant.
Wolf Toy Pack Review. Hello, mate. How's it going?
Hey, then, but see, people are loving the jacket.
Yeah, the jacket's cool. The jacket is cool.
It's cool.
Yeah. I'm not. I can't really say I'd wear anything like that, but you do rock it. You do rock it.
Thank you very much.
Yes, I think that's the only. It goes more downhill from there, so we'll move on very quickly. So we said this episode was going to be a bit of a Q&A session. So a few people reached out to us beforehand with some questions. So we're going to smash through them and answer them in the kind of the 3 toy division way of doing these sort of things. So
that nothing will get answered.
Yeah, like this is 3 people that probably his opinions don't mean that much, but we'll give it a go. We will. and that's every time we get close to the mark, I think that's going to be, and he's going to make the goat go off to get us back on track.
Sitting in this corner's fun. I'm seeing stuff I haven't seen for ages.
So we'll just, as Casey Jones has just put, he's asked this twice now. So what's the furthest you traveled to visit a toy shop for a hunt?
Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah, you went literally, but you didn't. Did you? I suppose you did go there specifically for that, didn't you?
I went for Disneyland.
I went for Disneyland.
I want to go Disneyland.
we like just, there was a toy show happening and we just happened to look up the price of it and it was just insanely cheap. So bear in mind it was January and like during like when America had some like mad freeze going on, there was like lizards like falling out the trees in Florida because it was so cold. They were freezing over. But yeah, that's probably the furthest I've traveled. Yeah. But in the UK, I think to actually go somewhere, I think it would have been maybe Leicester with Ed.
Yeah, I was gonna say, which one's further, Dane's place or Leicester?
Probably the same. You can't sort of. I'd say Leicester's further, mileage wise. So yeah, Leicester.
Yeah, I guess I've only got up to the NEC, so 50 miles is.
The thing is though, with me,
Yeah,
I sort of went on a stage of following like my football team to away games. So if I ever went to an away game, I'd always look up in the area if there was some like toy shop or something. So it was like a kind of kill two birds with one stone sort of thing.
So what's the furthest you've been then?
Well, I suppose maybe Norwich might be even further than Leicester.
Well, Norwich is further than Leicester.
Yeah, thinking about it, I went to In Demand, didn't I? So yeah.
Where did you get the plate off the pub wall?
That was Liverpool.
Does
That count? That was kind of like a.
You picked up a collect. Well, okay, but you didn't go there specifically to get it. But...
I'm going specifically with the question, which is the furthest you've travelled to visit a toy shop.
Okay.
So
In Demand then, Norwich.
So yeah, In Demand in Norwich.
Yeah, around that. I've driven.
Next. No,
is that it? Is that the sound? Okay, that's it. That's the sound of the end of the question. No, you press the goat's spoken. It's the end of the question.
Sorry, Dan. How far have you travelled? Sorry.
No. I once said to someone, "Oh, I'll come and pick up this. I've got like a Jessica Rabbit statue."
Yeah.
And the guy wanted 500 quid for it, which is insanely a good price. And I was like, "Would you 450 if I came and picked it up?" And he was like, "Absolutely." I'm like, "Cool." Well, looked at the thing, and I'm like, "Oh, he lives at the other end of Warrington." Oh well, 3.5, 4 hours later, I'm like there and then back again. So yeah, I mean, the £50 I saved picking it up, I obviously annihilated in fuel, but oh well. Mando's mucky mate, blue is the colour.
So I'm going to start. What I'm going to start doing, we have some questions sent in from people. So I'm going to put it in the chat like that. Hopefully it works. And it's kind of cut off a bit of it. Anyway, so Jason, Sherma, and Vic have kind of asked the same question here. So displaying collections, best collections you've seen, top tips, hacks, lighting, ambitions for your collections. And Vic asked best display cabinets, glass or wood, how to display big collections with limited space. So does anyone want to go first? Would you want me to delegate?
I mean, yeah, you delegate. Who do you want to answer? Who can answer before the goat closes out the question?
Andy,
I like the Detolfs. I'm very limited on space, so I've only got one in the living room and one in a bedroom, and then I've just put some stuff on a bookshelf for now. But I think I don't know. I think the glass cabinets look so nice. Like after seeing P's with the double glass displays he has, I think when I eventually one day have the room, the glass cabinets will be the way I'd go. I think I prefer them in that sort of museum feel, to look at them and not touch them ever. Lighting, I'd love to do some light displays. Dave from Vintage Toy Rush has an amazing light setup for his cabinets, but it all seems far too technological for me. Done. Did I answer the question? Yeah.
I've seen trophy cabinets be a good substitute for the Detolf. Actual and they seem to work.
Yeah, they haven't got just one big shelf. There's not separate shelving, no?
Yeah, it's quite long, but yeah, you get shelving in them, but it's a lot longer. But they tend to be already built with lights in them.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, but I've seen that, and I saw that being used in P's collection and Bobby's collection, and it worked really well. But I also like how Ben and P did it as well. They put some IKEA. I don't know what they're called. They're like
the square boxes. Yeah.
They put them on the side and then put the Detolfs on top of them.
Yeah,
and I think that works because it kind of bring the bottom shelf of mine down here. It's like the dead zone.
Yeah, they get lost.
But just to have them risen a little bit more just adds a bit more to it.
No, 100% correct. Yeah.
So yeah.
If you're going to go, like, if you can't bother to dust, don't get glass. Wood is less savage, like darker woods are less savage with it looking bad. But Billy, like the Billy bookcases from IKEA, I've used on these sides. I think they're actually quite good because they're modular and you can obviously dictate how big and that the shelves are. And if I could be bothered to put lighting in them, they can look good. But the best displays I've seen are, do you remember like back in the day when you can still, if you go to like a cobbler and they sell Zippos and people have got rotating, like big rotating units. I've seen people have, shops have displays, but have displays of there you go, Calax. People have got like rotating displays with lights on them and stuff like that. But everything about that to me seems quite long, and I'm very, very lazy.
No, I'd like to do like, you see some people do, well, maybe not here, but like in America and stuff, they do like Christmas light displays to music. You get like different cabinets set up with different themes, and like, the Mars theme plays and like lights. I don't know. Yeah, that would be sick.
Yeah, well, and Casey Jones is correct that the 3-tiered, pretty standard now, aren't they? Because I believe they fit into 12s, but the 3-tiered little shelves, are pretty good.
I bought some of that, and I tried to go with it, but it does limit the amount of figures you can get. You get good viewage, but it does limit the amount of figures you can get into the.
To get the tiered effect of wrestlers, I went on eBay and for I think it was like 15 quid, bought 30 business card holders. The things that are like because they're lightweight, and then just took them all apart and took all the bottoms and then the tops, whatever. Blue Petered it. Hit the goat, Andy. Next question.
Next question. I want to say, I saw that as well. That's a hefty drive from San Francisco. Toys R Us in Times Square. Yeah,
that's big.
What was it? That was. Sorry, just digressing. I've been to Times Square in New York once. Didn't see the appeal to it whatsoever. I missed all the magic or whatever it was. I just stood there and went, okay. It meant nothing. I don't understand I was really expecting it to be like something cool or magical. It really wasn't.
Do they not have, when you went there, do they not have the big like T-Rex, Lego T-Rex thing in the middle of it?
No.
Andy was expecting all the magic of Home Alone 2 in New York and got none of it, didn't it?
Dude, it's unless I was in the wrong place. No, yeah, definitely at Times Square. They're like, it meant nothing to me. Claire was like, she's like, this is it. But
this is it.
This is what you're into.
Yeah.
So
anyway, sorry,
So I nearly missed that. So Wolfpack, that's pretty hardcore. Bugsy Ben toys. What Bugsy Ben toy line crossovers you want to see, but think would never happen.
I'm not going to plug DNA premium DNA, but I genuinely was like, it'd be quite cool if they did a Garbage Pail Kids Mad Balls crossover. That's two of the things I love the most, and they have actually done it. Not quite in the way that I would have done it, but that's not complaining. That is something that I didn't think would happen. I'd like to see I don't know, man. Like you see these sort of not crossovers, but what was that thing we were ripping the other day because it was utterly terrible? It was like Turtles versus Karate Kid or something.
It was.
Like if you're going to do that, it really does need to be special. And a lot of the stuff.
But they just needed to put more effort into the figures.
Like any effort would have been good. Any effort at all.
The figures are awful.
Whoever did the face sculpts, maybe having seen the film, The Karate Kid, might have helped, because my God, it was bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to see. I want to see like more aliens in things, more xenomorphs in everything.
I'd like Mythic Legions to do a Willow line or like a Labyrinth line. I think that'd be pretty cool. I think
they could do that because they do the homages, don't they?
Yeah, I would love it if they did like the Ebasisk, like a modern version of that. Like, throw money at it. I would.
What if they did a 1/6 Ebasisk?
Explain to me again. Sorry, the sizing of a 1/6, like that jabber you've got.
That's so 12 inches would be how big Mad Martigan was, and the Ebasisk would be in scale to how big he is as a human.
I mean,
so it'll probably be as big as a medium-sized Labrador.
I would want one 100%. I would have to struggle to get the money for it, but I would definitely. I'd be.
You'd end up sleeping on it when Claire was like,
They do payment plans. You'll be fine.
you'd be fine.
There you go. I mean,
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, that sort of stuff. Like, do you know, I'd like the Never-Ending Story. I'd love a toy line of that. I don't know which company could do it, but yeah. Again, maybe Mythics. But
do you think if I did Never-Ending Story, you could have a play set that came out that was what's it called, the Swamp of Despair, that was just like slime, and you got to drown your horse. Fun for all the family.
On that note, we're not talking about that. It's a nice show. I'm still not over it.
Horse really died, apparently. Right, moving on.
So, Alan Lawrence asked, the most underrated toy line by decade. The next big thing. Underrated toy lines. I'm going to go on this one.
Yeah, go.
Because the goat cut me out before I could answer Ben's one.
Oh, sorry.
No,
that's right. The goat spoken.
Sorry, I thought you'd spoken. Sorry.
The goat howled.
Right. The goat has spoken.
No, I'm joking.
Moving on.
That was just
most underrated toy line.
Honestly, I thought you spoke. Sorry.
Mantiforce. I said that on the chat earlier. I think that's such an underrated toy line.
So your 80s would be Mantiforce, yeah? My 80s is Starcom. Andy?
Yeah, see, I thought both of those.
This is good viewing. This is great viewing.
There's loads that are just next. You go. What's the next biggest thing?
Well, we haven't done the 90s yet. What's the most underrated toy line of the 90s?
I can answer that one really quickly.
Go on.
A toy line called War Planets.
Okay.
Now, if you're into minifigures and into like that sort of stuff, War Planets would have been like up your street. They were like you could buy, each planet had like a little alien defenders, like spaceships, little characters, and they're like whatever the planet was kind of like, you had an ice planet, they were kind of like all blue and stuff like that, lava planet. And then there's like the big bad guy of the whole, like these planets all fought each other, but then there was a bigger bad guy, which was this big black, like kind of Death Star looking thing. But the toy actually had like a glass thing that came out and would grab these little planets that came in the other sets and like devour them.
Oh,
okay.
War Planets.
It's pretty cool. I like that.
So,
I've not heard of that. I'm going with Military Muscle Men because I like the vehicles and no one cares about them.
That is a good show as well. Street Sharks for not Street Sharks, SWAT Cats for the 90s. Just I would have liked to seen their jet being made, but
you would like to see more. There's only 4 in the line.
Four figures, yeah, because the series got cut and the the toys got cut, but they could have expanded. They could have done more.
Yeah, we could have had SWAT Cats be cop dogs.
Oh, and then next big thing.
Going on the 90s thing, just before we go on the next big thing, I would like to find, and they're well expensive, but there was a toy line that came out that was kind of, they look like Street Sharks, but they're like big dogs.
And
it was kind of like a toy line that was coming out. I think the toys got made, but the show never got aired. And then obviously only a few of the toys got out, so they're really hard to find. But you can imagine what a Street Shark looks like, but imagine like a Alsatian dog. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they are really hard to find.
I'm throwing something at the 80s that I'm looking for. I don't even know if they came out in this country, but it's something I'm currently investigating. A series called The Gross Out Gang, if anyone knows what that is.
The cards?
No.
I think we talked about this.
Yeah, the gross Out Gang. They're just weird figures. There's like,
yeah, we did. We talked about this before.
Okay.
Yeah. Next big thing is hard to say. I mean, oh, well, are we done? Is that it?
No, I pressed it by accident.
Oh, like if it goes on track as to kind of where it currently is, then it will be Bucky O'Hare. It will be Captain Planet. Anything that's colourful from the 90s appears to have a resurgence at some point soon. Look at the jacket. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think
Biker Mice must be due a bit of a...
Biker Mice is so rubbish, though.
But I've seen a lot of people buying them up. Like, I think
because they're going to then flood the market and pretend that they're the new thing, and everyone's like, "Oh,
if you're going to do it, if you're going to do it like Colin's doing it the way it needs to be done, which is like fresh."
Yeah,
but I just
all the way.
I just see them so battered. You know what I mean? I guess that's what it is. Maybe you just see them so mushed, never accessories, missing antenna, paint rubbed off, tails gone.
Pete picked a good one up on Sunday. He got the 12-inch one, which I think I prefer them to the actual figures. I
don't know if it's 80s or 90s, but I want to throw, because Tony, who might still be in the chat, and someone else has thrown it on Instagram, the Commando figures.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know if it's, I think is it 80s? Must be 80s, surely.
I want to say 80s, but
yeah. Anyway, next big thing. I don't know. Something neon, something colourful is my guess.
Just start thinking late 90s toys.
Well, what are they going to remake?
Jason the Real Warriors need to come back out. That's what I reckon should be the next big thing.
Yeah.
If you don't know what that is, check out the figures for that. They're amazing.
Check out the cartoon.
The cartoon's amazing. The figures are actually quite poor, but they're imaginative. They're really, really, really good.
Cool. Yeah. Right, there you go. Right. Kez has asked, what are your plans with your collections as you get older? Joke's on you, I'm never getting old. We'll leave it to someone, sell it off, or one day have it towards living, or take it to the grave with you. Like a time cap. Sure. Anyone want to go on this, or is it far too deep?
No, I'd sell it all. Like if push came to shove and I needed to sell it, then I'd sell it.
I'm gonna dwindle it all the way. My collection will go wob. What my collection will be like the universe. It will forever be expanding and contracting, but will always have the same mass. Don't know where I'm going with this analogy. I'll be cutting down until I've got a few things, and I'll keep them, and then I expect them to be thrown into the volcano with my lifeless body.
Seeing the price of the Star Wars stuff, I know I've mentioned it before, but I'm really like up in the air of like just selling it all. Like
I've changed my mind, Andy. We know I said before that maybe if you were ever going to display it, you should probably not sell it. I think you should sell it immediately because it's Star Wars.
Someone was telling me what they paid recently for 3 figures that I have, and I was like, "What? It's a lot of money."
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm thinking my vintage Star Wars. I'm thinking just get rid of it while it's still sellable.
Well. Let's hold this conversation because a question a little bit.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're right.
Later on is actually specifically about that. So,
yeah.
Okay. I think we're all in agreement that we're quite happy to sell stuff off and keep some stuff. I don't think. I mean, yeah. If I died tomorrow, then all my stuff would obviously have to be.
Apart from like the mock stuff, nothing in a lot of the stuff's open. So if it ever got like I don't know, if ever a young Aaron appeared, like if it got played with, it's not the end of the world. So it's like that's probably what the nice thing about having a lot of it opened is that if it ever did, there's a few figures I'll probably like keep because I just like them, but most of it is all playable stuff.
Can't do anything with it, so
exactly.
I think I'd like to have everything I own melted into one massive cube as a monument to nothing. Just to really
see you doing that.
Just to really symbolize what we do with toys and how our lives are. I just want it all melted down. Oh, what does that mean? What does that represent? I'll say nothing. Just a big block of plastic.
Cool. Just to stay on this train of thought. It's fine. It's fine. The goat has spoken. But Rye did ask, do you losers ever see a time you'll stop doing toy fairs and selling toys?
Yeah. When it becomes not fun. I've said that from the beginning. I enjoy doing this. So it's fun. It's a fun pastime. But the time I feel like I'm just not enjoying it, then I don't need to do the toy fairs. It's nice to do them, but I don't
agree.
It's fun for the hangs, man. Like, I don't really care about the toys. If I'm totally honest,
exactly. Sometimes the hanging out with everyone and chatting to people has been a lot more fun than the actual selling side of it. Because you have to get there so early, set up, then pack down, then drive home. Like
I don't think, and this is going to sound really patronising. I don't mean it to, but if you haven't sold at a toy fair, and this is from my own personal experience, having gone to 100 toy fairs as a buyer, and then obviously meeting you guys and going, I could actually maybe sell some of my stuff. I don't think when people go, are you all right? And you're like, I've been up since 4 a.m. And I've driven like 100 miles, and I've handballed all this stuff, and I'm so tired, and it's not 8 o'clock yet. It's a long day. So
that's where this comes in.
Yeah, boy. What are you saying? Yeah. I enjoy toy fairs, and while I enjoy them, I think we'll all keep doing them, won't we, when we can?
Yeah.
I don't think I'll ever like go full time. I think my do you know what I mean? I always feel this is like this stuff. People only buy this stuff when they've got spare money. So I'd like to work in like an industry where it doesn't rely on that sort of thing. But also, I think the freedom that it gives you to do something that you love.
No, more power to all the people that have committed to
it.
it.
100%. 100%. I'm a lot braver people than I am, I can tell you that.
Yeah, Ken smashing it, Paul smashing it. We know a lot of cool people. Craig at Nerdbase, Ian at Vintage Toy Monster, Johnny Monkeys Emporium.
They may not say that about us, but yeah, we think.
Yeah, we're proper nerds to them, but no, they're really good guys. In the comments, sorry,
we're cash cows to them. We just come spend the money.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. Oh, you're good guys. You're cool. No, they're all top guys, but it takes a level of commitment. And also, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I find it hard to even, as you may have noticed, pretend to care about certain toy lines. And you have to know and care about all toy lines and 70s stuff and cuddly toys and tins. You have to have a wider knowledge to do it full time, I think. And Leslie's noted in the comments, and I haven't forgotten that, and you guys bear witness, if I get hit by a bus tomorrow, all my Kenner Beetlejuice have to go to Leslie.
Okay.
You heard it here first.
There we go. Yeah. Well, we heard it here second.
Right. So Gavin Ellis has asked a few questions, but I've picked out a real kind of curveball one here.
Yes.
Which was his one where asked, what is the best toy shop in the UK?
Best toy shop in the UK. Depends what you're after. Because there's some really good online toy shops from people we know run them. So I would never dismiss. If you want something brand new, Josh, Into the Verse, always gives it a hook up. Nerdbase are great for new and old. Ian, Vintage Toy Monster, Leicester Vintage Toy Shop are really good for, Johnny's Monkeys Emporium, good for old. Danestar, good for a mixture, good for video games. It's hard, man. We're spoiled for choice, really.
And
I hope to get a healthy discount from all them people next time I see them for mentioning them in such a positive light.
I mean, I've only been to Ian's and Nerdbase in terms of like big shops. I couldn't choose between the two because I like them both for different reasons.
Yeah, I mean, even like, I say even place like Space Bridge, it really does depend. When you're talking about vintage toys, if that's what you're talking about old toys, it's like what day of the week, because it depends who's got what, right? If you want a bunch of boxed Transformers, probably the Space Bridge is where you want to get to. Do you know what I mean? And who's got what and when they've got it, and whereas the new stuff, if you're looking for new toys, Nerdbase and Into the Verse and whatever, but you're looking for vintage stuff, it depends who's holding, man. Depends who's got what.
Rock and Roll Collectibles has also expanded now. It's not all just wrestling figures.
There you go. There's a rock and roll, all sorts of great online stuff. But as far as the vintage stuff goes, to me, I don't know if I could say, because it depends what you're looking for at that point in time.
I would always say, like, to me, the best one is your local one.
Yeah,
because it's, do you know what I mean? There's rare stuff that's going to appear in certain shops, and it's going to appear, and it's just going to be that shop that gets it, and you've got to make the choice whether to like order it or head up there and try and grab it or whatever. But your bog standard He-Man figures, your Star Wars figures, like your Thundercats, your Power Rangers, your Street, all of these toy shops, all these retro toy shops, all going to have the same stuff in that sense. Like you might not have the rarer stuff. That will all be different between those ones. So I'd say your local one. Support your local one, and then every now and again, because they're all good. They're all run by amazing people.
Yeah, like, spread the love. Try and work your way around them all.
Yeah, it's just, and they're all good for different reasons. Like No Base is huge. It's got so many rooms, and it's got a wide range.
Do you want Warhammer? Do you want games? Do you want, it depends what you're after.
Some of the stuff Leicester had was just, I've never seen it before. It was,
and that's what I'm saying when you talk about vintage stuff. You talk about vintage stuff. It's whoever's holding, right?
But then, Ian, the Vintage Toy Monster, made us a cup of coffee.
And has great figures. But he did make us a cup of coffee.
But do you know what I mean? Craig
never made us a cup of coffee. Nah.
But do you know what I mean? Like they're all good for their own reasons, and they've all got cracking toys. Like Dana Shop might not be the biggest out of all of them, but it was just, it had like a lot of heart to it. Like I love the layout. It's like an old fishing shop, so it had like the camo net still up on the top and everything. And he has a big screen up, like showing like he played games on it and all that sort of stuff. It was just
he's also a stone cold legend.
Yeah. He is.
Yeah.
So and he had like a BMX kind of bike just on this like landing bit. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's like he's got like a grifter or something. Like he's got I don't think it's a chopper.
I've never been to the Ram Collectibles, but I think isn't that the one that stalls out at Chatham? Is that the gentleman who has the big table at the back?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so. Oh, mate, no, you know what? Maybe. But
yeah, but there's others like Mark Blue Harvest. Hello, mate. How you doing? Cosmic Toys. I've never been, but Mark has, and he's done a video from there, and it looks cracking.
So Blackpool is my spiritual home because it's where my parents are from, and there is a great toy shop in Blackpool, which I believe is still there. And the gentleman that runs it is really nice, and he does if you've been there, you know I'm talking about. It's like a double shop amongst the archaic near the seafront of 1970s Blackpool. But yeah, it's cool. Oh, Casey Jones asked if we do Chatham. We regularly do Chatham. So we've done dozens and dozens of them.
Yeah,
we haven't managed to make any since January though. I think
January was last
week.
Yeah,
falling on dates that I just can't get off.
Yeah, but I did the whole of last. Moving on. Next question.
Oh, wasn't even prepared for the next question.
Can I throw another Gavin Ellis question in? Who wins? John Matrix versus Dutch? I mean, I'm saying Dutch. Who did John Matrix defeat? Bennett.
Like he took on like a whole army.
Right. And who did Dutch defeat?
No one. He get killed by a predator, didn't he?
He didn't get killed by a predator. He battered the predator so hard the predator blew himself up. And prior to that, he also killed a whole army with some other people. 100% Dutch. 100%.
I mean, I like them both, but I feel for the montage bit at the beginning of Commando, where John Matrix is like with his daughter and he's like eating an ice cream, then he's cutting down trees, and he's like killing an animal, having a cuddle with his daughter, then he's like eating another ice cream. Brilliant.
Feeding a deer.
Yeah, right. I was like shooting a deer. No, he fed a deer, yeah. But like, you want a man who can do everything. John Matrix is my man.
Oh, I thought you said John Major. Moving on.
So Colin Gard asked this one. I know you've touched on it before, but I'd love to hear your views on vintage Star Wars, the rising prices, especially the high-end stuff. Will it peak at some point, especially as the collectors get older and maybe leave the hobby? Where do you see it going? So it's a pretty heavy one with the vintage Star Wars, because at the moment, it's kind of like the housing prices. Everyone keeps saying it's going to peter out, but it just keeps going up and up and up and up.
Yeah.
There will come a point when I always use the analogy with the Dinky and the Hornby sets. Like there'll be a point when these people don't want them. But then there's also Star Wars is that kind of, there'll always be Star Wars coming out. Like in 20 years' time, there's going to be more Star Wars films than what we have now, the more TV shows. So it'll always be in the limelight. I just worry that when the generation who was brought up with the vintage stuff, the next sort of generations won't have that kind of emotional value to them.
But they've also made all the figures better, right? Do you not think?
Yeah.
Like, so you get like a some mentioned Brad mentioned the yak face. Get the old yak face. Yeah, there's better yak faces out. The figures are better. So if you don't really care about them being the first issue,
you'll always have that purist, or that is that the word, or the collector that wants the story behind the yak face.
You will, but I think that will go down as people associate. So, we've had this discussion before. Mine and Andy's Star Wars initiation is New Hope, Empire, Jedi, whereas Aaron's is Menace, the 90s ones, with a backfill from your brother's toys and stuff like that. So we've all been, touched by that. But now, if you're talking about people our age and older, their kids, maybe they're super into Star Wars, but they might be super into The Force Awakens and stuff. So I'm not saying people won't collect it, but when you start talking about the prices you're asking for stuff, unless you are a collector of things, why would you bother? Just go and get a better one.
Well, this is the thing, like the suits in Hasbro and all that sort of stuff. They know the price of vintage Star Wars. They're not stupid, and that's why they brought out retro collections. Do you know what I mean? Why did Hasbro don't want you to spend £20-30 on a vintage Stormtrooper? We'll just remake one and pay us £10 for it.
Or they just want the older collectors to buy them because they're not buying the newer stuff.
Yeah,
because people might just, they like that retro feel and they like the look and whatnot. But yeah,
I'm sorry.
No.
As long as Star Wars is bringing out like AAA shows like The Mandalorian and that sort of stuff, it will be popular. But if they lose their way, like I know a lot of people when the sequels came out, they were just, I'm not having any more to do with this. Like I'm gonna stick with my three films that I grew up with, and that's it. And then we're like, oh, well, I got The Mandalorian came out. Like I've got my love back for it. So,
although I think they've made much better figures, I think we can all agree that things like Vintage Collection, Black Series, whatever, they are just better, visually, whatever. They're not the same, I agree, but I swear they never made a better AT-AT than the original, or Y-Wing. There's a couple of, or TIE Fighter for that matter. Like a lot of the vehicles, or Boba Fett Slave One, like a lot of the original vehicles, I think never got bettered. But a lot of the figures, I think there's better ones. I think Soda Bricks, if you put the comments up from them, Aaron, I think they've pretty much. Callum, sorry, Aaron, tell me you're not lying.
Oh. That's right.
Big.
Beating Chelsea's not a big
top
thing.
4. It is because we just lost. We didn't lose to anyway. It doesn't matter. So Soda Bricks is yeah.
Sorry if you're a Chelsea fan.
I'm not. So yeah, I feel like there's a difference between Dinky, Corgi, and Star Wars. Agreed. The original line will always hold the value in the same way that rookie cards hold their values. And the next comment: Star Wars will probably drop off a bit after a while, but will always hold a significant value due to the franchise. So yeah, I think we all agree. Star Wars is Star Wars, and it's not going to die a death in the same way that maybe cars and dinkies and stuff.
No.
It's like a generational thing. Star Wars is still here, still going strong, stronger than ever, right?
But so I think in the last few years, or maybe not the last few years, but over my experience of collecting Star Wars stuff, there seems to be a much different tier system to the collectors. So it's like the loose sets, like myself, are what I can afford, and they're like the sort of base level, whether it's complete, non-complete, battered, whatever. But you get your sort of your 1 to the last 17 done. Then you've got like the carded guys that only collect variations, the carded guys that will only collect, I think it's Gaslight, whatever you want to pronounce it. And that's when you get into silly money. But the loose stuff that isn't, I don't know, it's not that expensive in comparison to like a carded Boba Fett that might sell for like 10 grand because it's got a slight different variation. They're the
100%.
things that I think will drop value because people won't be interested in that. I think.
I'm going to go as far as to say that if you were like new to collecting and wanted to collect something as an initial collection, collecting a loose run of Star Wars figures from scratch, maybe last 17, but also maybe not. But collecting a loose set with weapons and whatever would be a really, really fun thing to do at toy fairs, because the actual figures themselves, they're not that expensive, like you just said, to get a half decent whatever. And then you might find a blaster or a cape or whatever it may be, and it's a really fun line to collect because there are a lot of them, and there's a lot of them around as well.
I feel like repro stuff kind of ruined the loose accessories for people. Possibly. Just because a lot of people they either have it and don't know they have it, or they sell it without telling people they have it, if that makes sense. And that's a big tarnish on the sort of community.
It is, but
if you want them and don't care, fine, but at least you should be told that they're repro.
I think we all agreed on that repro is fine as long as everyone is aware it is repro. And now you're not going to know because things have just got so jumbled up. But isn't it funny how that kind of pollutes every toy line? I mean, one could say that the new Kenner re-releases of all the Ghostbuster stuff, it's all repro, right? It looks perfect.
Such a weird.
I don't know where the line is for me personally.
Yeah. But like, you're 100% right. You're 100% right. It's if you're going to do repo, make sure the person knows it's repo, because like you don't want to. When people find out that they spent big money on things and someone's like, you don't know that gun's repro, and they're like, what?
Yes.
Well, the way I look at it is it doesn't matter what you have if what you've got it is for the aesthetic. So I want my guy to be holding a whatever because that's what I wanted to see. But if I'm not being honest with myself or with other people about it's genuine, if it's genuine or not, then it becomes a financial thing because I'm trying to pass something off as it's not. And then that sucks. Like from the source, you know what I mean? All the way along. If you don't know, then you don't know. But I've got no problem with collect what you want. I think Sam's trying to do a run of repro weapons. He wants all of them to be repro, but he will make sure that whenever he shifts them, whoever buys them will know that they're reproduction. So
100%.
Horses for courses. What's the goat saying?
Yeah,
there it is.
Saying it's time.
Yeah, we went off a little track, but
4-2, boys. 4-2 to the Gunners. Also, Blue Harvest Toys, 100% speeder bike, 100% ATST. Never been bettered. Never. They just remake them.
I was going to say, didn't the 95? Yeah, didn't they literally just use the same molds for everything?
Yep.
Yeah, but I think the Black Series version and stuff's and the Legacy version's better.
I think the original ATST, AT-AT, and okay, we're moving on.
Attende asked, are Masters of the Universe easy to find in the UK, and what country are they from? You go to a toy fair here, they're everywhere.
Everywhere.
I mean, countries of origin will differ, but there is a vast amount of Masters Universe figures here. Besides, like with everything, the harder ones like Scareglow, you may not find at every show, but you're likely to see one or two for a high price.
I mean, I'm trying to think. There are always some things, right, that are hard to find in any line. And there's not an abundance of Wonder Bread He-Man, if they even exist in this country.
But Laser Light He-Man and Skeletor don't pop up that often.
Yeah, and there's a few bits and pieces, but as far as just your general churn of pretty decent He-Man figures from any country of origin with all the weapons, yeah, man, pretty abundant. It was He-Man was a big deal in this country, and there was lots of them made. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what countries. You get Taiwan, don't you?
Is it Mexico, Taiwan, France,
Malaysia?
France, yeah.
Malaysia.
Because I remember someone I was selling one of my He-Man figures with accessories, and the guy opened the baggie up, got the He-Man out. I was like, "You've got a Taiwan figure here with the French accessories," and I was like, "Right," and they were like, "You can't put them together," and I was, you're like, what, am I going to get arrested for it? Like,
toy police.
You got the figure and you got his accessories, like What's the
People are
problem?
funny about it, man. People are funny about it.
But
There you
they
go.
are,
Look,
they
see,
are.
El Tender, straight up, give me some French ones. People like the different versions.
But then obviously, Altende being over in America, the French ones are probably they're not over. You know, there's probably abundance of Mexico, like Mexican and Taiwan and Malaysia, but the European French ones probably aren't that sought after. So it's like, but yeah, definitely, it's cool. Right, I've got this one ready. This one is a sore subject for us here, and it might be a very sore subject for the people listening as well.
Sore subject.
Yeah. If it posts, there you go. Brad asks, do you find the whole make me an offer thing on Facebook groups annoying? As when you offer what you feel it's worth, they say no. And you when asked for the price, they say, make me an offer.
Yeah.
It's annoying. But
Press the go. Done. Yes. It's annoying. Make an offer is fine. But don't get upset when someone tries to lowball you because not everyone knows what things are worth. So yeah.
What
annoys me about it? Like saying, make me another offer, or like say, like go again. It's like, well, let's not. Yeah, you've got a price in mind, so just put up a sales price.
Put up do some work. Put up a sales price, or say this is the price or near offer. So 50 quid or near offer. If someone goes, man, would you take 40? Then you go, yeah, I'll take 40. But go make me an offer. Someone goes 30. Don't go like, mate, it's worth way more than that.
Do you know what you're looking at here?
Yeah, well, then don't worry about it because I'm going to try and lowball the hell out of you if it's something that I want and I don't want to pay a lot of money for it. There you go.
Yeah. But it's like the art of the haggle, like, is
out of the deal, bro. Out of the deal
is going in with a low offer.
Yeah,
and then you work your way up from there, and you meet in the middle. So if you go, oh, I think that's no. So it's closest to me. Make me an offer on that, and you go, oh, 3 quid. Nah, I was looking more for a tenner.
Well, all right. I'd go as far as 650.
I got a fiver. Nah, man, lowest I can go. Lowest I can go is 8. All right, well, 7. Makes you feel like we've got a bit of a deal going on here.
Or if you go, I want 50 quid for it. I'll offer you 20. You go, man, we're too far apart. Don't worry about it. The end.
Yeah.
The end.
Yeah.
So
let the person know. Like, just don't hit straight away with, oh, no balling. It's
just
like,
say no.
That's how the haggle works. And if you can't, like, you just go back. You answer the question and go, it's a bit too low. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm looking at this sort of price, and then they'll come back with a little bit more than their first offer. And then you go,
what we're saying is ignore the Facebook groups, go to the toy fairs.
Go on eBay, mate. When people give me low balls on eBay, if I'm annoyed with them, that I just triple it. So I want 20 quid. Someone offers me £1.50. I'll go back with a counter offer of 200 quid. And I'll go, what? I'll go, yeah, it's just went up for you. I'm petty like that. There we go. The goat has spoken. Yes, it's very annoying, but what can you do? I don't care. I don't lose any sleep over it.
I think as well it's a lot easier when you're doing it at like a toy fair, when you actually talk. Like if you're talking to someone, you get the kind of what's the way to describe it?
You get the banter going, and as you guys know, I like to tell people directly to their face that they're about to get lowballed. takes the sting right out of it when I go, get ready for a lowball. But
also the problem is, like, I was going to put a question. I've got the next question ready to go, but Roma 70s has said, I've noticed more dealers at the NEC, so we're not interested in haggling. Now, I do know a lot of the time that it's difficult to haggle on, like, stock, as in, like, you bought stuff from like Hasbro or Mattel. Do you know what I mean? You've actually bought physical RIP stuff.
You've got stuff in from suppliers.
Suppliers. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah,
everything has a pinch point, right, where it's not worth selling for that price. But
so, and I know a lot of people were like, literally, because people generally only make a couple of quid a figure on those sort of things. And the idea is that you sell them in bulk to make your money. But yeah, I see a lot of people like with just standard like retro toys that have been bought from like boot sales, people's collections. Do you know what I mean? You price it all up with a bit, and then but you there is a bit of wiggle room in there. Do you know what I mean? So
shopping with the wrong people, dude. Come see us. We give it away.
yeah, like you with hats.
Giving our hats away. Soda bricks. WCW Galoob, Lex Luger with change. That's a nice piece. Do you have the Big Josh with the axe handle? That's what I need to know. That's the one, isn't it? But yeah, the chains on Luger, decent, very decent.
Right.
Going along, we got 2 more questions, and it is 1 minute past 10.
Did that actually post? Yes, it did.
Yeah.
So Gary, kind of on the same sort of lines. Do you think the astronomical cost of living change over the last few months will impact the value of vintage toys? Do you think the true value is coming through now that the crazy pandemic spending spree has eased? Early signs seem to say so from watching the selling groups this Easter weekend and the sellers' reaction to so-called lowballing. No, I think you're 100% right. I think personally,
people will be spending the money because of the increase in everything.
I think you'll find more toys, more stuff being made available to buy because people want to sell it to make up some money. And obviously, the more of it's out there, do you know what I mean? The less the price. People want to sell it. But then also, I think a lot of people out there sort of, like you said, the crazy buy-in during the pandemic time, people still holding on to that prices, and like toy fairs are back on, car boot sales are on. Do you know what I mean? You can. People won't pay the money because they'll just go and get it cheaper somewhere else.
There's also a mildly false sense of what any of this stuff is worth. It's just stuff, right? But
yeah,
you get weird news articles about someone found a lockup and it's worth £20 million worth of what is it? And the YouTubers naming no names, promoting everything and getting toys that made us, programs. So everyone's looking for stuff. Everyone's trying to sell it. I think it is going to take a bit of a hit. I mean, look, dude, Netflix apparently have lost something like, I think it's something like, something insane with regards to people cancelling their subscriptions because the luxury items are going to start to go while people pay for electricity, food, heating, all that sort of business.
Yeah.
So they're going to crack down on password sharing, all that sort of stuff. So will people still buy toys? Absolutely. Will they buy them in the frequency? Don't know, man. Don't know.
It's like my travel to work, like I was talking about it today, when I first moved here, like my expenditure on fuel was, I spend £20 more a week on fuel for my car.
Yep.
Just do you know what I mean? That's 20. So that's over four weeks of a month. That's £100 I'm spending more of my money just on fuel, and that's nothing. That's just because of how much price the fuel's gone up.
Yep.
That's the £100. That was probably my toy spending money for a month before it all, and that's just fuel for the car. Do you know what I mean? That's not just
that's not
the shopping,
everything else that's gone
the
up.
shopping, the electric, the gas, everything's gone up. And like I said earlier about doing this full time, this is luxury stuff. This is luxury stuff. So it's not.
I'd never want to be in a position where I was relying on people having the appetite to buy luxury items for me to make a living. So absolutely fair play to the guys that we know that do it full time. For me, it's always going to be at best, make some money on the side from my normal job. At worst, it hopefully kind of covers the things I like to buy. So it kind of pays for itself. But
But okay. But then it goes, sellers' reactions. But I don't know. It's just.
But Benny Boy's right. Maybe that's why we're getting more low balling because he's right because people haven't got as much. That's how it is, isn't it?
Also, like a lot of these groups as well with the whole low balling, people don't. We have it before. Like the amount of stuff I sell at the toy shows that I see pop up on these groups after. Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, I think a lot of people don't want to be.
Dude, the problem is
out of money.
The problem is, and you're 100% right. It's not someone getting something for less than it's worth. Most of the people in the, and I say toy community, are kind of like fairly happy to give people good deals for their collections to complete this. Oh, you collect these, do you? Have it for a tenner. Oh man, thanks very much. Whatever. But what no one wants is to feel cheated and ripped off by someone who's going to take your thing for less and then sell it for more. if it's like abused, huh?
Which we've all had done to us.
But we do. We
yeah,
go and find things at car boots, and I'm not going to say if I bought something off someone.
Yeah, no. What I'm saying, like the fact that people have done it to us by like, oh, I really need this, I really blah 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 blah, and you're like, oh man, okay, yeah, cool, like you're a collector. But then they go and sell it for like that. You're like, man, that's just
it's the intent, right? It's the intent. Move. Whereas if any of us bought something for a tenner, and it just so happened that 2, 3, 4 years later, when you're ready to sell it because you've enjoyed it, it's worth 100 quid. It's not like it's like, oh, well, that's just how it is.
Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah.
And buying stuff from boot fairs for as little as you can and selling it for a fair price, it is what it is. But people actively trying to beat people down on price because they know they can get more for it. It's a different thing, and people feel cheated by that.
And I think also like there's the difference between like if you pick up I don't know, 5 figures at a tenner each, 50 quid.
Yeah.
And you go, oh, if I buy all 4, would you do them for 40? And they go, yeah, no worries. Like it's a bit different. But if you go, if you're there just like, I've got these 5 figures, would you do them for 40? I've lost my job. My kid's birthday's next week. I need to buy him some stuff.
It's for my nephew. It's for my nephew. He loves that, does he? Okay.
And then
we're moving on. In fact, soda bricks, 2 big Josh figures, but no axe handles. It says someone's threw one out thinking it was an ear cleaner. That is upsetting to the max.
Wow.
Christian says we're not being very positive, so I'm putting the jacket of positivity back on.
All right, I'll find a positive question to end the night on.
Last question.
Positive. After I've done Night of Batman, I had someone say that they're building a collection and sell them on a different account on eBay is wrong. Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah, that's just lame. That's eBay.
It's liars. It's
if the seller gets what they want for it, and they're happy to do it, then that's fine. But if you beat them down for a price, then to be like, or like, what's the classic one we've had a couple of times? What's the best you can do on it, mate? So I can make a little bit on it.
Oh, I can't go near that, mate. No, there's nothing in it for me. I don't care what's in it for you. I'm not selling it so you can make money. It's just madness.
Right. I found the one I'm going to...
Positive. Colin's still buying toys.
But if you stop buying toys because of that, for monetary reasons,
we know we're all in trouble.
And we know it. Yeah.
I own some crash dummies from when they first came out because I'm of an age. And it wasn't until fairly recently I realised that they are called Incredible Crash Dummies and not Crash Test Dummies. I always called them Crash Test Dummies. It's not what they're called.
How you doing? Yes. Yeah. They're at, what's it? Mandela Effect in their name, isn't it?
Yeah. Just doing the dance.
Crash Test Dummies were an awful band.
Right. One more question.
His feet.
One more question.
That's old school. Like this jacket.
One more question.
All right. One more question.
It's the mustache, man. It's the mustache. It really adds it to it.
Are you goating my jacket?
Pete asked.
No.
I think the mustache adds to the why
because I got a bit of an undercut. It looks like I've got a mullet now as well. See.
Right, Pete is.
Yeah. So Pete's asked, is there any toy you never had, tried to get it, and still haven't and want it?
Yes.
So, what is it?
I haven't tried that hard, but I saw it and didn't buy it and regretted it. For my collection, I would very much like the Clash of the Titans Kraken original.
Yeah.
Good
but
shout.
It's hard to find, and when you do find it, I'm always like, it's about 900 quid. But I probably will get it at some point if I find it again.
Might be some of the over-the-top figures. I found some on eBay and got outbid. And was very disheartened. Kind of glad because it went up quite a lot more than I was comfortable paying, but I would have paid it. I will try again to get some over the top stuff. But Lincoln's looking a little bit lonely on his own there, bless him. But and Tiger Sharks and Silverhawks, and I've got loads of stuff that I want to get that I don't have. That I've tried to get. Barnyard Commandos needs to be completed as well. Damn it!
Oh god, yeah. The Barnyards.
Maybe for me, the Razor Quest.
Oh yeah.
Like I should have done it, and on the Hasbro Pulse HasLab thing, I didn't. I'm not going to pay. I'll pay a little bit more than it's worth, but I'm not going. any
You'll
more
be paying
than
a lot more than it's worth now. It's only
yeah, exactly. And I just won't pay it. I'd rather not have it than pay stupid money for it. Do you know what I mean? So it's one of those. It's one of those. But yeah, I still want it, but
I'm trying to working
You're
out.
out. You said your toy. I said my toy. I waited for Aaron to say his toy.
No, I'm just hold on.
he's
I'm trying to get
googling more
the name right.
toys that he doesn't have.
There's
No,
loads
what-
of stuff I don't have.
No, I was going to say, is it Technodrome?
There's more stuff that I've sold that I wish I'd kept, to be honest. I wish I kept an Astral Moat Monster when I had 2 of the damn things.
Oh, go on
Check
then,
out
mate. That's
Street
old,
Sharks.
that's old hat.
Yeah,
Oh,
Street
hang
Sharks when you had that.
When
Oh.
do you remember when we went to Fording Bridge for the one of the first times, maybe, to the toy
Yes,
fair,
yes.
and I didn't buy the Cobra Terradrome, the massive
Yes.
playset for like 450 quid.
Yeah,
I regret that. Should have bought it.
Well,
Can't find another one now. Yeah. Thanks, Roy.
Okay.
We'll be seeing the Welsh Pirate Daddy on Saturday, and I might even wear this
Pirate
jacket.
Daddy, Short King, and we got to figure out your names. But yeah,
I'm sure the suit, the shell suit, will come out with a name for him.
I'm absolutely guys. Do you get Phil Jones's comment? I'm absolutely loving that comment. Do you know what he's talking about?
I've got to be honest, no.
Nope.
If I said once there was this kid who got into an accident and couldn't come to school. No,
Isn't that Smashing Pumpkins?
no, mate, it's not Smashing Pumpkins. Press the go.
Set him off. You set him off.
It's Crash
I
Test
don't know.
Dummies, mate. It's Crash Test
Yeah, sorry,
Dummies.
that's Crash Test
The song
Dummies.
is called.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Okay. Yeah. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, the goat spoken. On that note, it's far too late now to be. What are you doing to it? What are you doing to it?
Grabbing a rave, mate.
We're raving it up.
The poor people at home with their ears. The poor people with their ears with their headphones in are now deaf. You set flashing lights off, and someone's probably at home having like a fit.
Night.
I think the goat should become a permanent part of the toy check.
Mate, it might now. I've remembered it's there. It might do. Let's see what I can find for next week.
In case we digress ever again, the goat can bring us back into line.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you very much for watching. We really do appreciate it. I hope you don't feel any less of us. Think any less of us after that.
I like to think that rather than impart knowledge, you're going to feel like you know less, having had our stupid opinions. It's almost like we've taken away intelligence by the things we've said, and I'm into it.
We just, I don't know.
Get yourself a jacket. Everything's better with a Pat Sharp jacket. Gone full Funhouse.
New
Oh yeah, Dave World Toys. Well done for remembering.
Oh yeah, let's see. Turn all the lights off.
You're doing the glow in
And
the
let's
dark.
go.
Oh, I don't know if it's actually.
Mate, you want to see this one? Hold on.
Oh, you won't even. It's still too bright.
You want to see this? Bad
It's not
boy?
going to work.
What's he doing?
I wish
Try and
that
get a
worked
picture of
either.
it.
Mate, does my jacket glow in the dark? I'm into this.
That is a vision I never thought I'd have in my life.
I need to get you a couple of glow sticks.
I'm just down on camera on a webcam, just dancing in the shell suit in the dark. I never thought I'd see the
The deepest parts of the internet.
Guys, yeah. Thank you very much for watching. Really do appreciate it. Happy toy hunting this weekend, wherever you get up to, wherever you go, car boot sales, toy fairs. I think Barry Potter's got one on this week. I think Bolton it is. But yeah, whatever you get up to, happy toy hunting. Join Toy Division. Don't leave Toy Division after this stream if you're new to it. And we will see you next week with some more toys and more shenanigans, I guess. Appreciate you
Tom
guys all
Freddie.
the time. Take it easy.
Bye.
Bye.